During this video segment, I will show you how to import or upload businesses into your DonorTrack account. To do that, it's found under Admin, Import Businesses. And what it says to do is to prepare your data in Excel, and the Excel file should have your data in the following format. And so if you want to download a template, you can do that. And so let me go ahead and click on that, download the template. And so what it says is in column A, and notice this template has this already, we have to enter our business name. In column B would be the address, address to, city, state, all the way through until we get to M. Now this is one way to do it, but you're probably not going to want to type all your data. You probably have your data in another format, otherwise you probably aren't looking to import. Otherwise you could just type it right into DonorTrack just as easily as Excel. So I'm guessing you have your data in another format, and what you basically need to do is get that into, let me close this file, into Excel, and then make sure you order it so that the business name is in column A. So if we have a bunch of data, we're going to want to make sure that our business name is right here. So let's say it's ABC Organization. And then here maybe it's XYZ Corporation. And so forth. And whether you have just 5 or 6 lines of data or 500 lines of data, it really doesn't matter. It's really the same process. So let's put 3 of them in here. And I'm going to just delete out all these extra rows. I don't need those. So column A is required. That's what that red asterisk indicates. You have to have a business name. Then we need to have the address. You don't need to. The rest of these are not required. Just the business name and really the filler as well. So there probably should be a red asterisk there. We'll talk about that when we get there. So this particular company also has a P.O. box, so that's usually put in address line number 2. And then we have our city, state, zip. Column G is the country. Blank or US for United States or CA for Canada, or you can actually type in, if it's in Haiti or wherever it might be. I'm going to leave that blank. Next item then is an email address that you want to have on file for this business. So in this case, it looks like it's business1@gmail.com. I is the web address if you want it. Again, this data isn't needed. I don't know that I would take the time to go search out all this data, but if you have it, certainly do upload it. J is if you have any notes about them. So maybe you want to have a note about specific people that work for them, or this is a great donor, whatever the case might be. Probably aren't going to have notes to upload, but if you do from another software, it's great. We have that accommodated here. K is their phone number. L is the business contact. So if we send out a mailing to them, who do I want to have in the attention field? It's not required, but if you do have that information in the file that you're uploading, you might as well include that. And then finally, M is a filler. You have to have X. Just put a lowercase x there. And you'll need that for every record. So in this case, I'm only uploading 3 businesses. But if I was uploading 300 businesses, all 300 of those should end with an X in column M. And what that does is it signifies when it's reading through and doing the upload, once it gets to that X, it's telling the system that the next piece of data that you read is no longer for this record, ABC Organization, but instead indicates it's a brand new record. So this is required. You do need this. By the way, notice that for these 2 businesses, I don't have a lot of information, and that's fine. And in fact, you still just make sure, let's say that you don't have businesses, or not businesses, but rather web addresses for any of your businesses. You can't just delete it out, because then what will happen is when we do the upload, I is supposed to be the web address. It's going to think this is a web address. So if you don't have any URLs or any country names or any email addresses, whatever piece of data you might be missing for all of them, you still need to have a column for it, like I do here. And let's just take that email out as well. You still have to have columns for those to indicate that this is indeed the country, I just don't have any listed. This indeed is the email, I don't have any listed, and so forth. So once you have that data ready, let's go ahead and I'm going to save it. I'll just save it to, sure, we'll do it right here, business upload temp. And so now it's saying my file has a header row. Let's look at that. It doesn't. What that would be is if your file actually had up here business name, address, address to, so that it's easier for you to prep your data, you know what each of the columns represents. So I'm going to take that out, and that means that I'm going to say no, I don't have those. So let's go ahead and browse and find that file, and let's import it. And says the businesses have been imported. Let's go ahead and click OK. And so now notice there's my ABC organization. I had ABC company before, but now I have that added in. Here's my XYZ Corp and so forth. If you run into any trouble with importing your constituents or businesses, or you want a second set of eyes before you actually upload the data, feel free to send it our way using our support network. And we'll gladly help you out with that and answer any questions. Just go to the support center and fill out that form, and we can take a look at your file and help you out if need be. This now concludes this video segment.